You want somebody? Yeah, you want somebody else to go? All right, here's your champagne. Take that. That's Rob, everybody. Where's Alex? Alex, you want to go first? Do you have these technological issues? You don't have technological issues.
No, she's not. Because I wrote mine out with pen and paper.
If I can get married, you can do a speech. Off you go.
This way? Yeah. Okay. When Michelle first asked me to give a speech at her wedding, I was on it. And then I realised I was going to have to give a speech at her wedding. Oops. The more I thought about it, the less I knew what to say. I got lots of advice. It should be funny, light-hearted, or it should be serious or sentimental. Then someone said something that put me at ease. It only needs to come from the heart. So from my heart, I want to offer you my congratulations. Looking back now, it's hard to remember how exactly Michelle and I made friends. I love information. What I do remember is the impact she had on me and my life. We were inseparable. Anytime we could spend together, we would. Well, if Shell could manage to get there on time. Because, as I'm sure some of you know, Shell's timekeeping isn't the best. Nevertheless, we created some amazing memories. Back then, Shell and I were very good at one thing, drinking wine. And to be honest, not much has changed. Well, there is one big difference between then and now, and that, of course, is Simon. I haven't known Simon very long, and certainly nowhere near as long as some of you here. But what I do know of him is that he is a caring, loving, generous person that truly loves Michelle. I think a good life is made up by creating perfect moments with the people who make it shine. Michelle and Simon have been very lucky enough to find that person, that they can share not just a good life, but an incredible life with. I'd like to finish with a quote. Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outwards together in the same direction. I wish you both all the happiness in your new adventure together. Now let's all raise our glasses to Michelle and Simon. Cheers.
That's okay. Please don't take one.
Yeah. Give Alex a round of applause. Robert, you set up? All right, good.
Okay, so those of you who don't know me, for the benefit of you, I'm not used to standing in front of a room of people and giving a presentation. For those of you who do know me, just keep quiet. So, once upon a time, or to be more precise, it was about 8 years ago, but once upon a time seemed a more apt way to begin a Disney wedding speech. I was living in Greece, in the Greek island of Kos, and one day I was there minding my own business, and a message came in from on Facebook, and it was from a guy called, what was his name? Simon Warner, that was it. And Simon was a hypnotist living in Rhodes, the next island along, and he said that he wanted to come and visit some friends on the island and kind of catch up with people. Now, in the hypnosis industry, that means he wanted to come and spy on the competition and nick their ideas. So I agreed that I would meet him, and a few days went by, and I forgot this message had even come in. Until one day I was just stood at the side of the stage on my show, 30 seconds before I was due to go on stage. I felt a tap on my shoulder, I turned around, facing the guy's chest, and he said, "Hi, I'm Simon." He instantly had a beaming smile and a personality that was just infectious. I went on stage, I did the show, and after the show we hung around, had a few drinks, and then we went for a long romantic walk together. And that night we spent probably 7 or 8 hours straight until the very early hours of the morning, down on the beach by a 24-hour bar, surrounded by a load of friends, hypnotizing people and causing all sorts of different mayhem and all kinds of other things. Simon went home and we continued our lives, but we made close friends. We used to talk all the time. We used to regularly come over. He would come over to Cos and I would go to Rhodes, and we'd visit each other and cause mayhem and all kinds of other things. And about this time, I was learning about one of our other passions. One of our passions being hypnosis, the other one being internet marketing. And it's great that we have some internet marketing friends here as well. And I decided that I would try and get Simon involved in this. I have to say, our internet marketing career was successful from the off. We created a product together and we launched it. It was a smash hit product. We sold 2 copies and made £28. We smashed our computers and were ready to hit each other, so it went really well. Since then, I'm glad to say that both our hypnosis and internet marketing careers have gone forward. And whilst we don't see each other as often as I'd like to, I know that whenever we do see each other, it's like we've never been apart. And then one day, Simon sent me a message and he told me that he met somebody. And eventually, when I did get to meet Michelle, I have to say I was delighted. I couldn't hope for somebody more loving and caring and, again, an infectious personality to join me. Their love is pure and simple. Michelle is pure, Simon is simple. And I know that going forward that they're going to have an incredible life together. So I'd like every single one of you to join me in a toast to Michelle and Simon.
Give Rob a round of applause. Very nice. Next up is Richard.
Richard loves public speaking.
Look at him, he is excited.
Well, she's got a target. She can do this.
Do you want to wait? Story, would you mind stopping?
As if I can say no.
Right, they make me go first. So.
You've been waiting for
Yeah, thanks for that.
Well, I've got all already, so that's a start. So looking around here, I see a lot of marketers and entertainers and hypnotists, and I see an accountant making a speech, so I'm you're getting a lot out of this, guys. I would say from securing the fact that I wouldn't actually have to do this because it's the one day show's actually allowed to take, so I booked in for a week. Just thinking probably you can skip that. We first met, I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the history of Michelle because probably some of you can't know quite as long as I have. We first met in the Richmond pub in Liverpool where she was collecting glasses. While we worked together, I was let her show off her 2 best assets, which were friendly personality and complete faith. I don't know what you would think. After that, she moved on to many years of TV quiz shows, which dizzying lies with not quite so dizzying lows. You may have heard of Judith Keppel, who's a musician, and she beat some anecdotes, and nearly led the Liverpool Museum team to a famous victory, but didn't quite manage it. And then after we were all together on the TV show, Finally Over Connect, and Michelle's 2 answers were Cheeky Vimto and Cathedral City. I'm not really sure Judith would have been a particular in the route with that kind of behaviour. Then she moved down to the Bright Lights of London, and after a brief battle of wits with the tube, theatres across the country became aware of the name of Callahan, which meant that the best seats could be bought for a fraction of the usual price and filled about 30 seconds before the curtain came up. There's also there, Michelle briefly had a pet mouse, who seriously died of cheese overdose. I have warned Mickey and Minnie, but Simon, if she ever comes towards you with a handful of Vietnam man and really bad look in her eyes, she'll trade you on it.
I can't believe you brought up prize.
Let's stop looking at it, because obviously I couldn't follow it, so I must remember at the time where I get text messages probably about twice as long as this speech, telling me how far too busy to have any news for me. And so one day, I got the text that every concerned friend reads, I met a hypnotist, I'm leaving my job to become a copywriter. Fortunately, it was Simon, and the rest is history. Now obviously, my favourite thing about today is to see one of my oldest friends and one of my newest ones celebrating their love for each other in such a magical place, and so many people here to see them. But my personal second favourite is that this wedding feels to me just like the girl I met 10 years ago, fearless and friendly, and the woman that I've come to know in the meantime since, loyal and with wonderful capacity to care for and love people, except the mouse. So with that, please raise your glasses and toast Michelle and Simon.
Richard, are you ready now?
Tell her just let me know. So I apologise if I'm a little nervous. I'm not very keen on public speaking. So somebody told me a little trick to picture everybody naked to get over it, like, but it wants to sign me and put me off. So, what I'm going to do is, my speech was quite long, which it is. I asked my daughter to rewrite it in big lettering, and she actually booked us tickets here, and it was 26 hours to get here, so it could be quite a while. I only actually added that in here because she's actually 6, so she actually said it. I want to thank you all for coming. The distance a lot of us travel to get here just shows how much Simon showed me to us. I think you'll agree it's been a really magical day so far. Now, I know Shell, she sent a lot of YouTube videos telling me to sing my best man speech, but I would have had to drink a bar dry to actually do that. It wouldn't have been pretty sight at all. I just want to thank Simon for asking me to be his best man. I'm honoured to be here, to be part of Shell and Simon's special day. Now, for everybody who doesn't know me, not for everybody who does know me, sorry, I'm not a man of few words, I'm not really a big talker. So, although some were expecting like a funny and really entertaining best man speech, I'm sorry to disappoint you. So, not at this time, like best men share some embarrassing and funny stories, and sadly, I've only known Simon a couple of years. It actually feels a hell of a lot longer, because it does actually grow on you. And the only stories I do have are probably into marketing, and I'm going to put it to sleep.
That's his job and his job.
Now, it's been a hard few weeks with the run up to the wedding. Great. I'm sure I've lost a few more of my remaining hair strands. But I always said we'd get here to Disneyland, or Disney World, as my daughter keeps reminding me it's called. And with all these lovely Disney characters, Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and obviously Simon's favourites, fair princesses. I can't honestly think of a better place for Simon to get married in. Now, one thing I would like to talk about is love at first sight. Now, I'm not a romantic person, as I'm sure my wife will testify to. No, sorry. But I do believe in love at first sight. And I do believe there's one person for everyone, and when you meet them, you do actually know it. I met my wife within 1 year of meeting her, which quite a lot of people telling us it will actually work. Yeah, I'm still married 28 years later, and more in love now than we were then. Not sure she keeps telling me. I remember the day Simon met Shell, even though I wasn't there. I did hear about it the next day on Skype. I read about it the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. In fact, all I heard for quite a while was how he'd got a smart man who was perfect for him. I could tell he really liked her, and it didn't come as much as a surprise when, after a couple of weeks, he'd told me he was asking her to marry him. If you all know Simon, he's not a person to do things by half. I think from that day, Simon met Shirley, became a different person, and I hope Simon don't mind me mentioning this. It's tough, it's in this week. So. The first time I ever met Simon in person was at a marketing conference in London, where we shared a room together. Separate, that's all. But at that point, I could see he was, a really happy person, and we shared a lot of time talking about that then. But all that changed when we met Shell. Back to love. As I said, I'm not really a romantic person, but I would like to read something that's quite important to me. It's just like a little poem. We were given 2 hands to hold, 2 legs to walk, 2 eyes to see, and 2 ears to listen. Why only one heart? Because the other was given to someone else to fight for us. I'd like to close it there, but first I'd like to say how lovely bridesmaids look, how amazing the flower girl looks, biased, but how the stylish groomsmen and wishes look, and I'm sure you all agree with me how beautiful Michelle looks. And Simon don't look too bad either. I'd like to all charge your glasses and join me in wishing Simon and Michelle a long and happy life together.
He's just told me he wants a pee. No, everyone's hungry. Behave yourself. I haven't actually prepared anything. I haven't prepared a speech, but I know it's not traditional for the bride to say anything, but I feel at home with a microphone in my hand, and if there's an audience, I should probably say something. So what I'm going to say is going to come from the heart, and I do apologise if I waffle. But I'd just like to thank you massively, every single one of you, for coming here today. People have travelled from across the world to come here, and that means the absolute world to us. It really, really does. I think the award for the furthest travelling probably goes to Alex, who survived a 32-hour journey with no flight, with no sleep. She kicked in her Manchester airport, so. But I do want to say a massive thank you for everyone's coming. It means the world to us, and we've both got people here from so many different aspects of our lives. I'm sure you'll know that Sam and I are a bit of we've got a diverse history, a diverse background, and we're both a bit of jack of all trades, and we've been to so many places, done so many different things, and today we've been brought together here with the people that really, really matter to us. And there are people who've been there from, as long as I can remember, through different parts of my life and career to right up until this very moment, and it means the world, so thank you very, very much. I'd like to make a massive thank you to the bridesmaids, Rachel, Beth, Heather, and my maid of honour, Alex. Rachel did an amazing job with the flash mob. I'm going to thank you all for getting involved, but please give me a round of applause for Rachel. He's looking for a job at Disney after doing that, by the way, if anyone wants to for a job. It's brilliant to see people I haven't, Bex I haven't seen in 2 years, Heather's been there my whole life, so it means the absolute world to me. I'd like to make a really, really special thank you to Alex, who, as Alex said in her speech, we don't really know how we became as close friends as we are. It kind of happened. Maybe it happens like love at first sight, like Richard was talking about. Maybe it's the same thing with close friends as well. And I couldn't imagine anyone I would want more next to me today. So thank you very, very much. I don't have any sisters or brothers, but you're the closest thing I'll ever have to it. So please, can we raise our glasses to Alex? Is that okay? My main one for the day. Thank you. I'd also like to say a massive thank you to the other man in my life, Stoy. No one knows how to pronounce Stoy's name when they see it written on paper. His name is Stuart, but it is Stoy to me, and you've been my absolute rock for the past 10 years, and I can't believe it's been 10 years since we've been on our little adventures together, and no matter what's happened, no matter where I've been in the world, you've stuck by me, and I can't thank you enough, and to have you here today means the world, so thank you very much. So can we raise our glasses to Stoy as well, please? Thank you very much. And before I pass over, I know it's traditional for the groom to say how beautiful the bride looks, but Simon's a diva. He likes it all to be about him, so I think we should say how beautiful the groom looks today. And just to finish off, I never ever thought in my wildest dreams, and Heather's said it through these conversations as we've been on Facebook planning this wedding, that she can't believe a little girl from Runcorn that worked in Tesco's has grown up to be this, and to meet him and to have this incredible, incredible day today to share with all of you, and I am so, so humbled. So I just want to thank all of you. I also want to say you're my world. I've made my vows, you know how I feel about you, but the moment that really sticks out for me is the night that Cy proposed to me.
We're kind of both the people that are both really overly ambitious. We always want the next thing, we're always looking for the next adventure, the next big thing we can strive for, and sometimes you don't sit back to stop and look at what is going on around you at the time and to appreciate it enough. And when we first met each other, after about 3 weeks, we went on a little road trip. And that night we both had an epiphany and we said, you know what, we spent our whole life searching for the next best thing and we will never find anyone better than each other. And we had that epiphany the same night. And that night he proposed and that night I said yes without question. And that was after 3 weeks of meeting. And a year or so on, we're still here today and having this incredible wedding. And I just want to say, I love you, please can we raise our glasses to the best man in the world I could ever have dreamt of marrying, to Sam. And without further ado, I'll pass you over, but from my absolute heart, thank you very much, and I hope you have the most magical day, just as I am. Thank you very much.
Well, normally after I'm introduced, I'm on for 60 minutes and people go to sleep. So I am going to make an exception tonight, and I am going to be brief, because A, I'm sure you're all hungry and thirsty, and B, I actually quite need to use the restroom. So I'm going to start off first of all by thanking my lovely groomsmen. I'd like to thank first of all Andy Black here for coming and being comic relief. I would like to thank the lovely Steve Bed there. I'm so looking forward to doing some more stuff with you. You're an amazing dude, with it, and you had an haircut just for me as well. I feel moved. To the lovely Craig, who's been an absolute rock for the past couple of days. I can't thank you enough for that. And of course for Andy for those words of encouragement the other day when I was getting my pre-wedding jitters.
Thanks, Andy.
To Rob, who's been a superstar, and it's just amazing to have you here. And of course my best man Richard. For those of you who don't know Richard, we actually met in a Skype room, at a mastermind room a few years ago. We've done some amazing stuff together. Richard, when I asked him to be the best man, he said, why do you want me to be the best man? I said, because he's the best man I know. It's been an honour to have you here with me today. I'd love to mention our beautiful bridesmaid and bridesman. Thank you very much, Stoy, for letting me take my clothes off in your room.
I did the same for you,
What we get up to in our own time after the wedding is really up to us. And thank you very much for the fruit this morning, my darling, and it's so nice to see you, everyone else. It's lovely that our Michelle's family could be here, the lovely Doris.
Shut up.
And to be fair, for a man, and the lovely Colin, and for a man to get his new beautiful wife and his mother-in-law here and still be able to speak for as long as he wants is something that's probably not going to happen again. It's also nice to have my lovely Bob here, who's been through times with me that are thick and thin, and knowing me made me thick. That's pretty much else. Now, someone who doesn't actually get thanked in speeches, but someone who's been amazing for the past few months, is the lovely Jamie over there, who's been our witness coordinator, who's been absolutely amazing. Is just a lovely person. So I think, oh yeah.
Hi.
What about you? I'd like everyone, before you go, to raise a glass to my beautiful new wife, the kindest, nicest, most selfless, beautiful person in the world, the lovely Michelle, everybody. Please raise your glasses to Michelle.
Michelle.
Apart from that, all I'd like to say is, my name's Simon Warner. Until next time, take care. And thank you very much!
Give everybody a round of applause. Everybody's doing